Hi, and welcome to the new student orientation for educational studies. We're going to take a quick tour just to familiarize you with Carmen. Carmen is the Ohio State University learning management system. Your courses will be contained within Carmen. Let's begin first by taking a look at updates. Updates contain general information regarding activities that are outstanding. So in this case, I have 30 unread discussion messages and 2 quizzes not attempted. Below this, I have a calendar of events, and this gives me due dates, and it tells me specifics on the activities that are due on that day. If I look to my right, I have news. News is information that is posted by the instructor leading the course. This is information that I need to monitor so that I'm up to date on all correspondence coming from the instructor. Next, if we look up at the top, if we mouse over, you can see that I have a messages icon. This is internal email. Next are updates. If there's a red dot posted on the update, that means that there's an update that is specific to Carmen. And here are subscriptions. Subscriptions are things that I have selected to monitor and follow. And if I look to the right, this is my profile. If I select my profile, I can go in and modify and make changes. Next, we're going to look at the menu. First, we begin by looking at content. Content is information contained specifically within the course. So we begin by looking at the course overview. So this just tells me that this is an outline, or this is an online new student orientation that provides me with the opportunity to explore the Department of Educational Studies. So welcome. Below this, I have the opportunity to bookmark this page. I can also, again, go back to upcoming events, and I have a table of contents. So notice this is really familiar to the home page. Now, if I want to get back to the home page, all I need to do is go up to the top and select the new student orientation for educational studies, and that will take me back to the home page. But I don't want to take you back there just yet, because we're still looking at the content in the course overview. Next, you notice that there are essential activities before classes begin. All links open in a new tab or window. This is good to know. So if I look, I can see that I have 13 topics within here. If I select on any of these topics, as stated above, a new tab will open. Now, if I want to download all of these topics at once, I just need to specifically select the download tab, and all of the contents within this section will download into this zip file. And if I also scroll down further, I can see that everything is divided in this particular course into weeks. So I can see that I've got week 1, week 2, there's a special specifics section for licensure students, week 3 and week 4. So within these particular weeks are the weeks that I'll need to go in and complete the particular activities. So let's take a look at week 1. Here we see that we have information on the Office of International Affairs. There's classroom culture in the United States and academic misconduct. There's English conversation partners, life at Ohio State for international students, and information on living in Columbus. This is great detail, so if you're new to Columbus, this is a fantastic link. So in this case, you can see that I've already been within this particular section, and I've already viewed 3 of the 5 topics. These are denoted by check marks by alerting me that I've already viewed these topics. If I see just the gray dot, this means that I have not viewed this content. Next, if we take a look at activities, we can see that there are discussion, there's a Dropbox, quizzes, and surveys. First, let's look at the discussion. The discussion is important because this is a discussion board. This will help introduce you to other individuals within this introductory course. And discussions are used pretty extensively at The Ohio State University. So you want to make sure that you take a moment to complete this and get familiar with this, such as answering a few questions. And the instructions are provided in here. Next, if we take a look at Dropbox. Dropbox is a storage facility for you to upload the content, such as enrollment forms. So if I select on enrollment forms, I would just simply add a file by selecting add a file, and I've got the additional option to add comments. Quizzes, I think, are pretty self-explanatory. These are just quizzes that you would take like you would in any other learning management system. The same applies with surveys. Next, we're going to take a look at people. The really good part about people is the class list. So if you're not familiar with your class, or you need to contact some of your classmates, you can browse through each one of your classmates listed in this class. In addition, something I just wanted to point out, if we notice, we can see here that I'm online, and this is denoted by the green dot. This way you can see that I'm online. So this is always good to know. And if for some reason you're not familiar with your classmates' email addresses, these are also listed here. In addition, if you want to send someone an email, say such as the staff, so in this case I would like to send Deb, who is also online, an email, and we can see here that it's blind copied to Deb. I'm just going to send this to myself. Henry.347@osu.edu. Hello, Deb. And then I said send. And there's my confirmation to let me know that it's successfully been sent to Deb. And if I also wanted to print off this particular list or any email, I can also select that. Now, grades are also important. These will be part of your class, but you don't get graded for this particular course. Another important link in here is the library link. The library link will take you directly to resources as part of the Thompson Library. And I can tell you one very important person that you're going to want to get to know is Deidre Herring. Deidre is your contact for the College of Education. Deidre is very helpful and can answer lots of questions. So if we go back to Carmen, there's also help. If you're unsure how to do something, such as checking your system to see if it works, you can simply select System Check. You can also look for student help, and this can give you additional information if you are unfamiliar or have specific questions that you would like answered on how to use Carmen. So this wraps up the new student orientation. Welcome